Good morning and welcome to round 7 of the Heart Sapphire Series. It is our Indigenous weekend here at Nissan Arena. My name is Hannah Davies. I'm leading the commentary all day, so if you followed on from our previous game, you would have heard my voice, and I was joined with Lucy before, and I'm now joined with Brittany Mould, who is the captain of the Wildcats. Brittany, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's a little weird being up here rather than on the court, but great to be here.
Yeah, of course, we're all used to seeing you on the camera. Now you're behind the scenes. Of course, as I said before, it is our Indigenous round, so I've got quite a few things to share. It's a very exciting round. There's lots going on. The Bull Sharks, to start with, have an Indigenous artwork design on their uniform. They wear this every round of the season, not just for Indigenous round, which is awesome to see. And they have shared the story with us. So there is a shark on the uniform. It's based on the artwork Kurakoyong, which means shark in the language of the Awakabal people of Lake Quarry in the area of New South Wales. It's designed by Bethany Allen, a Awabakal woman and a law and arts graduate at Bond University, which makes sense as Bond University is of course the sponsor of the Bull Sharks. The shark represents the teamwork required to be successful. The meeting circles correspond with the head, the heart and the guiding tail, which are 3 critical areas where a team needs to come together to be successful, and these areas align perfectly with the Bull Shark ethos of excellence, effort and execution, and take pride of place in our uniform. So that's lovely to see from the Bull Sharks, an Indigenous meaning that they wear with pride every round. Of course, the Cougars are also donning Indigenous celebration this week. The Sapphire and Ruby players are wearing a scrunchie made by Indigenous artist Alira Baker, and the scrunchies, the print is called Coming Together, and it's been designed by Kolila Art, which is of course designer Aboriginal designer hair scrunchie. So if you wish to purchase a scrunchie, which we absolutely hope you do, to share in the celebration of Indigenous culture this weekend, but of course each round to come, head to KolilaArt.com. So Brittany, will you please run me through the Bull Sharks starting positions?
Absolutely. So in goal shooter, we've got Elsa Sandholt, goal attack, Tiani Fennell, wing attack, Riley Burns, centre, Ava Black, wing defence, Maddie Ridley, goal defence, Shanae Grant, goalkeeper, Ashley Irvin, and on the bench we've got Mackenzie Jordan, Alana Schuster, Emily Gilbert, and the coach is Linda Peterson.
Beautiful, and they'll be coming up against reigning premiers Brisbane North Cougars. Riley Holland starts for goal shooter. She's back on court. Martina Rikas is of course injured this weekend. So Mia Stour in goal attack, Lisa Maimai, wing attack, Macy Gardner centre, Vivian Fitzpatrick in wing defence. We have a slight change here. Ruby Bagwell-Doran, we're unsure if she's going to be starting in goal defence, so we instead have Olivia Coughlin in goal defence and Romy Camo goalkeeper. And then, of course, our subs, Naomi Fitzpatrick, Larika Malagalma, and Losa Nuimata will be on the sideline there, and, of course, coached by Liz White. Of course, our umpires for today will be Claire Johnson, Di Fawcett, and Rachel Thomas as the reserve. Brittany, what's your call for the match today?
Ooh, look, Cougars on top of the ladder. They're obviously very competitive, but the Bull Sharks have been really impressive. So I'm actually going to side with them today. I think they're going to give them a good hustle on court. So
there we go. Well, we've of course just saw the Mendy Rays take on USC Thunder. They only won by 5 goals, so it's really anyone's game in the Sapphire Series here.
Absolutely.
Of course, today our graphics have an Indigenous spin on them in celebration of Indigenous Round, and those were designed by Lalawa Donigi Bedford, and she's a member of the Miram tribe of the Erebum people. So we thank her very much for sharing her culture and celebrating with us this round. So we're just about to get underway in our second match of the game. Ava Black will line up to take the centre for the Bull Sharks. So Brittany, you played yesterday. You had a loss to QUT. How did the game go?
Yeah, it was a good game. A lot of body on, of course, as it usually is. That's always expected. But I'm super proud of our team. Obviously, the loss wasn't what we wanted, but we're building and we're growing, so that's all you can ask for.
Absolutely, and we're only halfway into the season, of course.
Yeah, so there's still a lot of room to improve there.
Of course, there's plenty of contention for that finals position. You only need to make 4th. So Macy Gardner here attempts to feed it in. Quick hands from Irvin.
Already a lot of contesting. Great to see.
And Riley Holland, she's been on and off with injury. She's got the knee strapped. An early miss from her. And Irvin brings it down the court to Black. One of the fastest players on court, of course. And there's Tiani Fennell. Feeds it into Riley Burns. And Elsa Sandholt, a player I haven't seen too often.
No, I think I saw her the first time in our game when we versed the Bull Sharks, and wow, she's very tall, I can say that.
Oh goodness, they all are though.
I know, that's true.
When we sit back from this distance, they don't look it, and then
No.
you go down court and you're like, I'm a midget.
You stand next to them, it's like, oh, hello.
So it's been another turnover.
Yeah.
Irvin swings it across the court.
Bit of back and forth at the start here.
Yeah, lots of hustle from both teams early on. And the destruction call against the captain, Shanae Grant. Oh, sorry, against Macy Gardner.
Oh, they were both in the same space there.
So Tiani Fennell sets up the front space against Kamo. So we've got Kamo and Coughlin in the circle together.
Great shot.
With Ruby Bakewell-Doran off sick at the moment.
Yeah, doesn't sound too good there.
No, we hear there's a bit of a stomach issue going around.
Yeah.
So we're probably not expecting to see her this game,
No.
but
Well, hope she's feeling better anyway.
Absolutely.
Poor thing.
yeah, we never like to hear about injury. But look, it does leave us to see a pretty exciting duo of Coughlin and Kamo. So Vivian Fitzpatrick there brings it down to Stour.
Oh, great contest by Tiani Fennell there. Really good defence.
So Brittany, for those unfamiliar with you, you've been with the Wildcats for 9 years now.
Yeah, I think this year is my 9th year, I believe, if I'm counting right.
So you obviously feel very at home in the Wildcats colours.
Yeah, I love the Wildcats. We're always a family, and the club's great, so it's nice to have that like kind of family feel to go to. So
Absolutely. And if you're training with them as often as you guys do, you've got to feel like a
Exactly.
family for
Absolutely,
sure.
I see them, I think, every day, if not every second day.
There we go. How often does your team train there at the Wildcats?
We do 2 court sessions and 1 gym session together, and then we do another gym session individually,
I
because
see.
it's quite tough with our schedules to all get together for gym sessions sometimes,
yeah.
because we're all quite busy with work and uni and
I'm
school
sure.
and
You
such,
girls,
so.
you balance it all, either studying, working, or playing.
Yeah. On top of that, our social, trying to
And
keep
your
a social life
I
as
know,
well.
I kind of forget about that. We're here on a weekend, of course, so what is
Yeah.
a social life, really?
Yeah. That's right.
Sacrifices. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
For the love of Nettie.
Exactly.
And there's Mia Stour.
Great shot.
So it's 2 all, Bull Sharks and Cougars. We were calling them a developing team at the start of the season, the Bull Sharks, but
They've certainly gone up,
they're
that's for
fighting
sure.
off that label.
Yeah. I suspect this will be quite tight up until the whole game, till the end of the game, so
Yeah, absolutely. I
It'll be
think
interesting.
the halfway point in the season has been so interesting, seeing all the teams. Obviously, everyone improves week by week.
yeah,
So the games are just getting closer and closer.
they sure are.
Ava Black can't pull it in. It goes off her hand, so Cougars will get the throw in. Kamo over to Fitzpatrick. A long ball there, but Coughlin, her arms.
Great change direction there from Lisa, my.
Lisa Maimai, of course, a proud Indigenous woman playing today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it
Be a
is
special
so,
round for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Her sister Gemma Maimai, of course, got the start in yesterday's matchup against the Vixens. So awesome to see her. The only Indigenous woman, of course, in the league, our very own Firebirds player.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's really, it'll be really important for her to represent those Indigenous. So
Absolutely, and I think
and Lisa.
the round is so important across all sports to just celebrate their culture
Yeah, definitely.
and bring it into our netball community even more than it already is.
And I'm really loving the uniform, the scrunchies and on the dresses. They're really beautiful artwork.
Absolutely, and Brittany, I believe you're telling me that the Wildcats have Indigenous bibs.
Yes,
designed bibs.
last year, Beryl Friday, she designed our bibs, and absolutely stunning they are. And we get to wear them every week, which is really awesome. So
there's Riley Holland under the post where she's most comfortable. She won't miss from there. So Martina Rikas is off this week. We're unsure of the injury, but
Yeah.
Lorica will bench for her today. Oh, a good hand from Coghlan, but she can't pull it in. So Riley Burns flings it across to Black.
Ooh, that's a close one.
And that's a good rebound from the Bull Sharks. It's going to be tough to get rebounds in that circle today with Kamo and Coghlan.
Yeah, both of them very tall, long arms. Oh, great hold over the shot there.
Yeah,
And
enormous
gets a
pressure
rebound.
from Irvin there. To get the rebound with Riley Holland under there is a pretty good achievement, and especially early on with a game as close as this.
Oh, she pull it in.
So Sandholt can't quite pull it in. Slippery fingers there. The feed probably just a little too long. Riley Burns with the contact. So the Cougars will need to bring this down and sink another one.
Great space there from Mia.
A couple of missed shots from the Cougars here.
Yeah, unusual for Mia and Riley. Oh, great tip there by Fitzpatrick. Oh, and they get the ball back.
So the Cougars have another shot at this. They couldn't finish it off before. They'll really need to look to finish it off this time. But there's Tiani Fennell.
Always love it when a goal attack gets a intercept or a tip.
Definitely one of the greatest assets they can have to their game is their
Yeah.
defensive skills.
Definitely.
So Schuster puts it up. Hands all over that circle. And Sandholt finishes that off. So the Bull Sharks 6, Cougars 7. Only one behind with the Cougars centre pass.
Oh, and another one.
That's
They've got great hands over the ball, that's for sure.
They certainly do. That's the second one we're seeing there from the Bull Sharks. The Cougars are going to need to lift their ball up.
Oh, she keep it in. Oh, she does. Fortune doesn't get it back.
So Stour looking at a loss for options, but
Great
Macy
pull in
Gardner
there.
settles. And there's Holland. So Cougars lead 8-6. So there's Burns.
Oh, no one to go to, and it's held.
So we've had
Great
an
pressure.
early change in the Bull Sharks lineup. Burns has gone to centre. Ava Black's come off. Schuster into wing attack. Brittany, were you expecting a change this, first quarter?
No, I think they're only 10 minutes in and a change already. No, I wasn't expecting that, but I mean, their bench, they've got a great bench there, so I mean, they can change whenever they need to, I suppose.
Yeah, and we can see Ava Black over there chatting to one of her coaches, so I'd say the emphasis would just be to come off, step back a bit. She is...
Have a look at the game. It's always good to come off and have a look at the game.
So Olivia Coghlan is calling time here. It's not looking good.
No.
I swear, at this time of season, there's so many injuries.
Yeah, it's getting intense during the season, that's for sure. Looks like a knee, possibly.
Yeah, she's very still. Doesn't look like she wants to move at all. I think they may have to lift her off there. So the Bull Sharks are coming together, trying to regain some focus.
Coughlin looks like she's in quite a lot of pain there.
She does. It's unusual that they stay still for this long.
Yeah.
In a timeout. Yeah, they're going to have to lift her off. She can't put any pressure on it. Great sportsmanship, though, from Bond, of course, to help her off the court.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we might clap her off here. Oh, my goodness. The Cougars.
Yeah, so they've lost Ruby and now Olivia Coughlin.
Yeah. Neither of which we wanted to see.
No.
Ruby, of course, sick, and Coughlin, we're unsure what's happening here. If it's an ACL, do you know if you can usually walk off still?
I have seen people, they do walk on it. I'm not don't
an
have too
expert.
much knowledge on that, but I have seen them walk on it. So, but usually I've heard they hear like a pop, or you kind of know when that happens. Ooh, a bit of a short ball there, and Alana gets it.
There's Schuster. We said before, the Bond Bull Sharks are going to need to stay focused. We've just had. Actually, I'm unsure who's come on for the Cougars. My apologies.
That looks like Naomi Fitzpatrick in goal defence there.
There we go. That's why you're here, Brittany. So we've got two Fitzpatricks on court right now.
Yeah.
Are they sisters?
Siblings? I'm not sure.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say yes.
Yeah, let's
they
just
look
say they are.
pretty similar. Maybe someone in the comments that's a Cougars supporter can let me know. So Olivia Coughlin, we can see her in the distance as Stour takes this shot. Just sitting on the Cougars physio bench.
Yeah, she looks to be in a lot of pain.
It's so unfortunate this early in the game.
Yeah.
Schuster's brought a great level of energy into this game since coming on. She's very fast.
Yeah, they've got some good rotations there in the midcourt.
Certainly do. So perhaps the loss of Coughlin could open up a lot more potential in the circle for the Bull Sharks. They only trail by 2. So Schuster with ball in hand. She swings across to Burns to open up a nice little baseline drive from Fennell. And she'll finish that off. So Brittany, after game day, do you get the whole weekend off to recover? What does the schedule look like?
Well, we've usually been playing on Saturdays for the last few weeks, so Saturdays are pretty taken up with, preparing and then playing and then watching our Ruby team, and then Sunday's usually the rest day where we get to just chill out and roll out those muscles.
Oh, yes, I can imagine. What does the morning look like for you guys pre-game? Is it, just chill out a bit, go for a walk?
Yeah, relaxing and fueling up. I don't know about everyone else, but I like a good a few meals before my game to breakfast, lunch, depending on what time the game is.
What do you go to?
I like to have some oats in the morning and then a bit of avocado on toast.
There we go.
Maybe during lunch, just to give my body that fuel it needs.
There we go, folks. If you want to play like Brittany Mould, now you know what to eat pre-game.
It might not work for everyone, but it works for me.
If it works for the Wildcats captain, it'll work for anyone. So Maddie Ridley pops that across, and Tiani Fennell will line up to take this
long
one.
Shot.
Certainly will be. She's feeling confident.
Just a bit short.
Somehow.
They get it back.
I think there was a bit of confusion there from Kamo and Fitzpatrick. Of course, they haven't really played together much, those two.
No, I believe Fitzpatrick's from the Ruby team.
Yeah. So it'll be a great experience for her to be playing in this side. And of course, the Cougars have so many talented players in their Ruby team.
Absolutely.
That we've seen so far. So it's a great development opportunity for them.
I think all the Ruby teams have a great, just all teams have a great squad, like both Sapphire and Ruby. So,
yeah, absolutely. There's so much talent across the entire league. Of course, we only get to watch the live streams for the Sapphire, so when those girls from the Ruby get to come up here, the rest of the league gets to take a look at the upcoming talent.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, great contest there by Fitzpatrick. She's sticking tight to Tiani Fennell there.
We're watching this this matchup between Fennell and Fitzpatrick. I think they're going to run each other.
Yeah.
Sore. Oh, and a good hold from Sandholt there. Long arms from Kamo, and Cougars will take the rebound here. Look at the speed on Lisa Mai.
I know, that's exactly what I thought when I saw that drive.
Yep. Oh, and beautiful patience from her to wait until Irvin did commit and go over to Holland, who's such a patient player. So Riley Holland.
Oh, she gets a shot just before the heater.
On the siren. So Cougars lead by 4 now, 13-9 over the Bond University Bull Sharks. Well, that's a pretty cracking start. A shock injury for the Cougars there. But a really good performance from both sides. Brittany, what are you liking? What would you like to see improve?
I think it's really the transition and ball speed out there is really fast at the moment. I think maybe sometimes they just need to stop and look before, because there's a lot of hands on balls, a lot of tips going on. So maybe if they just need to stop, look at their options, and then give and have that patience, like you said, Lisa did just there with Riley Holland. So
completely. So a more patient game. We can see Riley Holland. She's over talking to the umpires. Does it ever help talking to the umpires?
It does. Actually, I spoke to them in our game yesterday just about something briefly. And it's just good to get clarification if you're unsure about something on court or if you're concerned about something. So
completely. What great umpiring we've had so far this season. Of course, our umpires today, Claire Johnson and Di Fawcett. So Riley will just be sorting out some little niggles there with them. We're just going to take a short break now and return to you in a second. Welcome back to our second game of today. It is round 7 of the Heart Sapphire series. It is, of course, our Indigenous round, celebrating our Indigenous players and their culture. My name's Hannah Davies, and I'm joined with Brittany Mould, who is the Wildcats captain. Brittany, the Cougars lead by 4. It's not a great, it's not a particularly high lead. Do you think the Bull Sharks are still in it?
Oh, absolutely. 4 is, they just need a few turnovers. They've just given away their centre pass, which probably isn't what they wanted. They just need to get it back. But the margin's 4. I think they can do it.
Absolutely. And there's Irvin getting the ball back for the Bull Sharks. She's such a fierce competitor. It's a great matchup seeing her and Holland today. Of course, Brittany and I just watched the replay of Coughlin's injury. There's not a lot we can decipher from it. We're thinking it might be a knee. She's, of course, still on the physio bench over there. Brittany, do you know much about knee injuries? Have you ever had anything serious yourself?
No, touch wood.
Touch wood. We're touching all the wood right now.
Yeah, but knee is a very common injury in netball, obviously. ACL is probably the most common injury. We really hope it's not that for her. But hopefully it's something minor.
A little bit of scrappiness from Schuster and Mai there. So here's Burns. Fennell's getting caught.
I think Fitzpatrick's doing a really good job on Fennell, just keeping her, really sticking like glue.
Yeah, they're both very fast players.
Yeah. It's a great battle between them there.
Oh, definitely. And they're both, of course, quite young players as well, so it's great to see them take on each other. So Schuster moves back to Grant.
Oh, great drive there from Schuster right along the circle edge.
Oh, and that was a great little option from Schuster to pull it out back to one of her defenders, allowing her shooters a little bit of extra time to evade the defense.
So they're now only one down, I believe.
Certainly 12-13. 12-13. Look, we had such a close game last game. It's no surprise that this matchup is just as close. I said it earlier, but at the start of the season, we were calling the Bull Sharks a developing team. But, Brittany, I don't think we can quite say that anymore.
No, they've certainly come into their own. So I think they're going to be really impressive this season.
Absolutely. They are one of the younger teams, however. I think I did some reading up. I think the average age is about 19, which
wow,
is pretty crazy.
That is very young. But I think my team, our average age was something like 19 as well.
There you go. Obviously, 19 is the average age for this league, which leaves a lot of good hope for the future of the league. So, Brittany, I guess you call yourself one of the more mature players in the league. Hard to say that because you're still so young yourself. But
I'm a fair bit older than some of the girls on my team. I think we've got like Lily Rennie. I think she's 16 or 17. So that's about 9 years younger than me. So, but
it feels crazy when you put it like that.
I know, but they just they're so talented and they're also beautiful people. So it doesn't matter what the age difference is at all.
Yeah, look, netballers are a special kind of person, I think. Always very mature from what I've experienced interviewing them. Definitely one of my favourite sports to interview is netball.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. There's just such a level of maturity in netballers. I think they're really grounded of all the sports.
Yeah.
Particularly interviewing super players.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. For sure.
No big heads in that game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Rebound.
Oh, look at the speed of the Cougars.
Ball speed is incredible. That transition was really quick.
Is that something that's really important to a team, to be able to transition fast, or is it more just about doesn't matter how long you get it? As long as
look, it certainly helps when the other team can't quite set up and have enough time to set up, and you just get the ball down. That's all you really want, just get the ball in the hoop.
It's funny explaining netball to someone who's never heard it before, because you say throw the ball in the hoop. Of course, when you're watching it at this level, it's a lot harder than that.
Yeah. It's very frustrating for the other team, though, when their transition is really fast, because you don't even have time to look, really.
Well, that's the thing. And Tiani Fennell puts another one away. The Cougars, as we've been chatting, have crept up here, 5 goals away. We know that the Cougars, once they get on a roll, they're very difficult to stop. They don't often drop off. So I think for the Bull Sharks, they'll just need to stick as tightly as they can against them.
Yeah, for a full 60 minutes.
Oh, beautiful long ball over to Burns. And
right under the post.
A lovely feed to Sandholt. And that's a timeout to the Bull Sharks. Cougars now 5 away.
Yeah, they've kind of taken that lead.
What would you be saying if you were the Bull Sharks captain, Brittany?
Well, I think they, as you said before, the transition for the Cougars have been really fast. So I think they just need to kind of turn that around and stop that play getting down there so quickly. Clog the middle.
Yeah, completely. So they need to stop the speed and bring it back to their level.
Yeah.
They are a very fast team as well, of course. But you're exactly right. I think the ball is moving so fast when the Cougars transition.
And then you
So Linda Peterson, she wants them to dictate the pass and the ball. What do you make of that, Brittany?
Yeah, I think with that they just need to step up to their player and kind of block those drives, dictate where they want their player to go. Personally, I like pushing them wide, keeping them out of that centre channel because I think that's where it's dangerous.
So keeping them out of the centre channel is what Wildcats captain Brittany Mold would like to see. Let's see if they can deliver that. So no changes from either side that I can see of. Have you noticed in your own team, Brittany, that a lot less rolling substitutions are happening at this stage in the competition?
Yeah, I think a lot of the teams have kind of found some good combinations now that we've come a few rounds into the season. So figuring out what works, and I think it really depends on the opposition, like what team you're up against, what combination works, because it can be different. Every team plays fairly different, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And as a player, especially in the Super, we see a big difference in teams such as maybe the Swifts, who have that 7 and they grind out the entire 60, versus the Firebirds, who really embrace their rolling subs.
I love the rolling subs. I think it's a really good opportunity, not only an opportunity for those on the bench to come on, but also to get fresh legs on and keep the game a full 60 minutes of just go, go, go.
100%, yeah. Completely agree. So you're a fan of the rolling subs then?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, personally.
What about the super shot? You're not a shooter. Would you like to see the super shot in?
Well, I actually quite like it, but I'm not a shooter, so I'm not sure if I should have a say there. But, I mean, it would be a lot of pressure on the shooters, but I praise them all the way. They have, like... so much confidence to go up, and as to say that, Mia Stour goes from the super shot area there.
Look, she's definitely one that I think would say yes to the super shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say she'd sink a fair few of those herself.
Definitely. Oh, and that was just a 3-pass play there into the circle.
Yeah, the Cougars are looking very slick. They've really driven home this quarter already, and still 8 minutes to go. 23-14, 9 ahead. This quarter has certainly been the Cougars, and
Patrick gets an intercept there.
Actually, we have 2 Fitzpatricks on the court now, don't we?
The goal defence, yes, Fitzpatrick and goal defence. Forget that.
Just to make it harder for us. So we've had a positional change in the Bull Sharks in goal defence. Shanae Grant has come off. Brittany, you probably know better than I would.
Yes, I believe that's Emily Gilbert there in goal defence.
There we go.
Another great player from the bench.
So we were just speaking about rolling subs, and the Bull Sharks are just taking advantage of that to bring something fresh onto the court. We've also got Mackenzie Jordan in goal shooter here. So 2 positional changes. Will this be what the Bull Sharks need to bring themselves back into the game? A missed shot from Fennell. A high ball like that on the rebound. Kamo will eat that up. So the Bull Sharks started off in really close contention with the Cougars, but they've slipped away a little now, Brittany. Is it the Cougars stepping it up, or is it the Bull Sharks kind of losing a bit of momentum?
I do think the Cougars have actually stepped up there. They're just getting that ball into the circle super quick, and they're converting those shots. So
and that's another one for the Cougars, off the hand of Riley Holland. So it's a timeout. Oh, sorry. I'm completely wrong.
Was that a stepping call?
It was a step.
Oh, and a held ball.
I believe. So a few different calls made just then. It's hard to keep up sometimes. And Macy Gardner slots that one into Holland.
Yeah, Gardner and Maimai, their passes into the shooters are really on point today.
Yeah, they're both such workhorses.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a good contest there from Naomi Fitzpatrick.
Oh, she gets it. It goes in. That was great.
Oh, a beautiful little low bounce pass from Maimai. You're exactly right. She knows exactly where Holland wants it.
Yeah, and where to put it.
It's a new combination this season, but it's one you can tell has really meshed.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that was a great double play there.
she just can't hold on to it though.
Yeah, just fumbles the ball a little.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure coming from the Cougars defense here. And there we go, Naomi to Vivian Fitzpatrick. We believe that's a sister connection.
Oh, right under the hoop. Great pass there from Stella.
So the Cougars 29, Bull Sharks 15. They're almost double their score. They will be as Holland slots another one in. This quarter has Cougars written all over it.
Oh, great contest there by Macy Gardner, and they get the ball.
Comes away with it. Macy Gardner, undoubtedly one of the fittest players in the competition in that centre position. She can run all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And still, another high ball in. Irvin's doing well to put a contest on every ball. And there we go, it pays
Ridley
off.
Gets it. Oh, it's back. Another wing defensive.
My
Fitzpatrick gets the ball. I
Battle
love
of-
that for wing defences.
Yeah. Battle of the wing defences today,
They
isn't
don't-
it?
Always get the praise they should.
Brittany, you're a wing defence,
Yes.
aren't you? I was saying that. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're wing defence. I can tell where this is going. The unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Of netball, we call them. Did you always want to be a wing defence? Did you kind of grow up thinking, I want to be the wing defence? Is that a thought that little girls have? I feel like everyone wants to be centre.
Yeah, or goal attack
Oh
usually.
gosh, there we go.
Only a few years ago I was playing like goal defence mainly, and then in like Division 2, which wasn't Ruby then, but it was just Division 2.
Yeah.
And then
In the
as
State Netball League.
Yeah, and then as I came up, I think I was a little bit too short, maybe.
How tall are you,
So,
Brittany?
I think I'm 176, possibly.
Okay. Yeah. We're about the same height then.
Oh, okay. What's your position? What?
Well,
Is your
I
position
definitely
big?
don't play at the same level as you do. But I'm a goal attack.
Oh, goal attack, yeah.
All the glory.
Yeah.
Or not if we're losing.
Yeah.
So.
A great shot there, my Mia.
So the Bull Sharks have made a few positional changes, but the Cougars, one of their best assets is adapting to any change that their opposition makes, and they're doing that very successfully this round.
Another great
And
intercept
there's
by Remy
Tamo.
there. She knew where the ball was going and just went for it.
She looks so casual when she takes intercepts as well.
Yeah, she does.
Kind of just like the average day. for
Yeah.
her.
She's
Oh,
like,
there you
I'll
go.
just get that one.
I'll take that. Why not? Why not? Oh, good contest
there.
from Ridley. Holland wants to get it closer. She'll get the contact from Irvin, who's just come in a little bit late. She's having a really good crack at everything, Irvin.
Yeah.
But she's just coming in a little bit late at the moment.
Oh, it looks like Ava Black's gone into wing attack. Is that wing attack?
She
there?
certainly
Yeah. I
has.
don't know if we've seen her much in wing attack, Ava Black.
No, she can play across all three mid-court positions.
Yeah, I've no doubt about that.
We
that's for
usually
sure.
see her in the centre, but Riley Burns has been really strong today in that centre
Yeah,
position. I do
definitely.
really like the combination of Burns and Black. They, of course,
Together.
play together for their Queensland side, so they do have a really nice connection.
Yeah.
So, Brittany, would you have come up through the Queensland sides as well as a younger player?
I did Queensland phase a very long time ago. I think it was under 9, possibly under 19.
Yeah, that's the oldest age group, I believe.
Yeah. But I wasn't. I didn't do too much of it. I kind of just stuck with.
Did your own thing?
Yeah, the club, like this level.
So where did you, what association and club was your first training ground for netball?
McGregor Netball Association.
There we go.
is where
I believe
played
that's
my
the
junior.
checkered The checkered
yes,
uniform.
the plaid.
The plaids,
yeah.
yes. I remember that one, yeah. And Brittany, do tell me, what do you do out of netball? I know it must take up majority of your life.
Yes.
It seems that you're here on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But what do you do off the court?
So I'm in marketing, actually working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah, the
actually
grind.
8 to 4.
Oh, 8 to 4.
Yeah. But
the
yeah.
weekly grind, hey.
Just a full-time
Yes.
in marketing, so.
There we go. Full-time marketer, part-time netballer.
It's a busy schedule, that's for sure.
It certainly is. That's the thing about our Sapphire girls is, of course, throughout the week, they're all busy working, studying, or even at school.
Even at school, some of the girls.
So there we go, half-time. Second game today at Nissan Arena. Cougars 37 and Bull Sharks 18. The Cougars absolutely dominated that quarter.
The margin's blown out a fair bit.
Certainly has. The Cougars, they're always a class act. We expect nothing less. What would you like to see from the Bull Sharks in this next half of netball, Brittany?
As I said earlier, I think it's getting into that circle too easily. I think I also think midcourt probably need to stop Maimai and Gardner getting onto that circle edge. They really need to push them away and get hands over the ball to put pressure on that ball going into the circle, into Riley Holland.
Yeah, absolutely. We know once it hits the circle in the Cougars, they're pretty unstoppable. So a little bit more pressure, moving into the circle might just help them out. There's the Cougars there. Macy Gardner's got a towel over her head, recovering. The absolute workhorse. So we will see you back in a few minutes as we head into some ads from our sponsors.
Over here we have Lachlan. Lachlan looks like he's ready to roll, but Lachlan.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Is your health currently on track?
A free and simple health check at your participating health service
Is an easy way to keep you at 100%.
Make a deadly choice. Book in now and yarn to a GP.
You'll also score this
Deadly Firebird shirt.
Are you ready? 2, 1, go! Oh, there's one more. Okay.
Welcome back to round 7 of the Heart Sapphire series. We're watching the Bull Sharks take on the Cougars here. The first half of netball, first quarter was pretty close, but the Cougars absolutely powered through that second quarter. The score has really pushed out. It's 37-18. Brittany, as we head into the second half, we said that we'd like a little more defensive pressure from the Bull Sharks. But let's check Cougars. What are they doing well for you right now?
I think they're getting the ball turning and just getting it. They're just giving it where they see it.
Yep.
No hesitation. And I think that's working. The ball speed is amazing and they're just getting in that circle.
I completely agree. It sometimes looks like the Cougars don't even have to think.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because you think, oh, obviously they're thinking they're so good, but like when you watch them play, it's like muscle memory for them a little bit.
Yeah, and sometimes it's good to not think about it too much though, because when you turn and just give it, that's just it. It's on. If it's on, it's on.
Yeah.
Just give the ball.
Completely agree. Is that something, like, I guess mindfulness and being in the presence of the game, is that something you work on as a team?
Yeah.
Or is that more an individual trait that you have to work on?
We kind of work on, you know, like if we see something and if we know it's on, just give it. Or there's the other side of it where if you think, should I, then it's
Then
not
you probably
on.
shouldn't. I like that. So if you're overthinking, those who are listening and developing netball players, if you're overthinking it, it's probably for a reason.
Yeah, it's good to have patience, but then it's also good to just turn and give it if you see it.
Yeah,
So.
I like that advice very much. And as our players take the court, it is, of course, Indigenous round. The Bull Sharks, I mentioned it earlier in the game, but give them another mention too. So the Bull Sharks, throughout their entire season, don an Indigenous shark. The Bull Shark story is, of course, based on the artwork the Kurakoyong, which means shark in the language of the Awabakal people of Lake Macquarie in New South Wales. It was designed by Bethany Allen, who is an Awabakal woman and a law and arts graduate at, of course, Bond University. So the shark represents the teamwork that the Bond University Bull Sharks require to be successful. And, of course, the Cougars for Indigenous Round are also wearing their Indigenous scrunchies, which were designed by Indigenous artist Alira Baker. And those, of course, can be purchased from kalilaarts.com.au. So if you want to pick up a part of the Indigenous celebration from this round, definitely check out those scrunchies. Is a scrunchie a pretty essential part of the team uniform, Brittany?
I love a good scrunchie.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you gotta think about your hair for game day, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, that extra, I mean, I wear a hairband and a scrunchie, you know, to keep it up.
Yeah. Extra secure.
Yeah.
And there we go, the Cougars 38-19. And of course, we want to, of course, thank our sponsors, Heart Sport, Mizuno, Legassic, Mount Franklin, Powerade, Bondi Vite and Strap. And our broadcast today, as always, is brought to you by Double Take Sports. Gina and the team are here today doing an excellent job at Nissan Arena. A stray ball there from the Cougars. You don't see that often.
No.
And Schuster slots that one in seamlessly to Sandholt. So, of course, we play the bonus points here in the Sapphire Series, so they probably can't secure the win. They're 18 away, the Bull Sharks, but a bonus point is still within the realm. So I'd say that will be the goal.
Yeah,
for
that
the
will be
Bull
goal
Sharks.
for the Bull Sharks, definitely. Looks like they've put Maddie Ridley into centre there as
They
well.
have. I don't believe we often see that.
No, I have. Actually, she did. I think she did play centre when we came up against them, and she's quite she seems like she can go anywhere on call. I think she can play centre, wing defence, goal defence. So that's really good to have.
So Riley Burns, of course, has come off. Sit the bench for a little bit. Shanae Grant, the captain, is back on in goal defence.
And Ava Black's gone back into wing defence as well.
Into wing defence, yeah. We've seen her in centre and wing attack today, so
Been a bit everywhere.
they play everything, these girls, at the Bull Sharks. Versatility is certainly in their name. It's a nice pass from Schuster. I think Schuster does a really good job of settling the team in her feeds. She knows when to move it around.
Yeah, seeing some good movement from her today with her drives.
So Tiani Fennell will take the shot. A great long distance shooter. She finishes that one off. Oh, Lisa Mai pulls in a high one. And Holland, it looks like Holland's back to playing full games now, which is very exciting news for her. She was, of course, managing an injury in the early rounds of the season.
Ooh,
Tiani Fennell.
that was a bit of a bullet pass. Not sure where it was heading to, but
who knows at this point. But the Bull Sharks, they're scrambling here. It's not looking as slick as it was previously, but they're really hustling here. You just need to put this one away. The Cougars are really making this hard for them. And there we go.
So both players were called for contact there.
I believe so, and that is a timeout to the Cougars. So a good start from the Bond University Bull Sharks. High fives all around us. They've called a They've
Looks
paused
like
the
Mia Stour over on the sideline there.
She's holding her
Possibly,
nose.
Yeah, maybe got hit in the nose, maybe a blood nose.
Does look
Not
like a
too
blood
sure.
nose. I tell you, this season I've seen far too many injuries.
I
than I would
know.
have liked to.
I've heard about a few concussions.
Oh.
Which
Definitely a few concussions. Dakota Newson is one I know of. I believe she had to sit out for the 12 days.
yeah.
12-day
from
protocol,
QT,
yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Safety first, of course, with that protocol.
Absolutely.
So there's Ruby Bakewell-Doran. We can see her on the side. Let's see what Liz White has to say.
Let me settle a little bit. So lots of work here. You know what? When you're both in the drive, it really opens up, and Riley opens up the back. So that's what we. Yeah. So take those drives, hit the edge. Little fake if we need one.
Girls, let's push through on this one. I feel like we just need to get through this game.
Yeah.
So let's
Let's go, girls.
So there we hear it. She wants them to push through a bit more. The score's on their side. But of course, we know at the Cougars, they're never allowed to step off the gear. And we heard Amanda Vanderwild there. I thought I mentioned I did a story with Kim Jenner for the Courier Mail this week, and Kim mentioned Amanda as one of a standout coach for her in her playing career. Of course, Kim's from Townsville, but when she came down through the development ranks, she said that Amanda played a really integral role in her development, which is really lovely to see from one of our Sapphire coaches.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. And of course, Kim Jenner is coaching a team at Raiders Netball Association over at Downey Park. And I spoke to the girls, and they're absolutely loving having Kim there, leading them off the court. So it's no surprise, our Firebirds girls, we know they love to give back to the community and help out our Queensland girls as they develop. And you can see it's working. So much talent on the court right now. So 25-41. The Cougars leading.
Oh, Riley sticks her hand up, asks for the ball. Wants to get closer.
Macy Gardner just pops that one in so casually over the defence. So Madison Ridley in centre position. And there's Schuster.
Great tip there from Remy Camo.
It was. She holds herself so nicely. She's a very clean player as well.
She is.
When you're wing defence, Brittany, do you prefer to see your players having a crack and getting a call, or would you rather just see them stay in contest and keep it clean?
I think it's really important to stay in contest. I think it's probably something we've been working on is staying in the contest. Don't, make unnecessary get unnecessary contact calls.
Yeah, so keeping it clean, I guess, you're no use to your team if you're on the side there, standing out of play. So
Yeah,
clean
and just
game.
making decisions about when to contest the ball.
yeah, especially that's obviously very important when you're a defender, when to go out hunting and when to stay tight.
Yeah.
So the Bull Sharks are having a much stronger quarter now. They're looking a lot more settled. I think that's... Oh, and we have...
Offside. Centre was offside, I believe.
So we'll have Remy Camo take the ball. Yep, would have been offside. We've just seen for the Cougars, Larika Malagalma take the court to give Mia Stour a break. We can see she's possibly got a bleeding nose. We're unsure if that was from a hit to the face or just from all the physicality.
Oh,
of
what
the
a
game.
great shot there. She comes onto the court, gets her first shot from a fair way away.
I know, it's something we see so often these days with our new players just coming onto the court and just owning it.
Owning it, yeah. So Larika's from Ruby as well, is she?
Yeah,
Yep.
so she's a
Awesome.
Ruby player. She's been on the side for quite a while now. So it's really nice for her to get a bit more court time.
Yeah, definitely.
The Ruby Cougars team are top of the ladder, so there's certainly plenty of talent there. The Bull Sharks, of course, are currently 5th on the ladder, so they're kind of fighting it out with the USC Thunder for that final spot right now. Of course, still half of the season to go. And then, of course, your team, Brittany, Wildcats in 6th. Still plenty of games left to make the finals.
Yeah, I think we're now on to, the second round of all the teams. So it'll be interesting to see how they go, because all the teams, kind of stepping up and getting into their rhythm. So
Yeah, certainly. Well, just the game before this, we saw the Mendy Rays probably have the best game I've seen them play in the season. And only at halfway through, so there's so much more to happen. Have you seen a big improvement in your own team from round 1 to where we are now?
Oh, absolutely. We're a whole new team from last year, so a lot of young girls coming from, QPL and everything. So it's really exciting to see us build and grow, and I think we have so much potential. So
yeah,
I'm super proud of the girls, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And that's so good to hear. I think more than anything, this level of netball, you just want to see people enjoying the sport and wanting to step on court and feeling really comfortable too in their teams. And you can definitely see that from all the girls we've had step into the commentary box so well. I tell you what, when Millsy was saying it yesterday, but when you decide to retire from netball, there's certainly there's opportunities out here.
there.
Yeah. I've got your number, we'll be calling you up. And that's a Mizuno momentum shift for us as the Bull Sharks. That's a great hold from Sandholt. It's a bit out of her range.
Looks like Mackenzie Jordan has come on to goal attack as well, and Tiani Fennell has gone to the bench.
You're exactly right there. So Mackenzie Jordan, another really great moving shooter. There's a lot of shooting talent in the Bull Sharks lineup.
Yeah, definitely.
So Naomi Fitzpatrick, she'll have a second chance at this as Jordan's called for contact. If you watch right now, this contest between Lisa Maimai and Ava Black is so explosive. They're both so fast on their feet.
Yeah.
Definitely two of the fastest players on court. Their footwork is incredible.
Certainly got a lot of fast players in our Sapphire series.
Tell
that's
me
for
about
sure.
it.
I don't know if you know Courtney Baird in the Wildcats.
Yes.
She's a little speedy, and Josephine Bigham as well.
Oh, isn't she?
Amazing.
So she was a Thunder player from last year, is that correct?
Josie, yes,
Josie,
yes, she was, yeah.
Moved over, not playing with her sister anymore.
No, so Chloe Bigham still plays for Thunder, but Josie's with us, and so it's really exciting.
Yeah,
for her,
absolutely.
I
think it's actually pretty awesome how many sisters we've got in this league.
I know. We've got in Wildcats we've got Sarah Morton and Laura Morton, who both play in the Ruby team. So
beautiful. There's obviously something about a family training dynamic that really pushes you. Did you have a sister yourself to play?
I do have a sister, but she's a little bit older, so I didn't quite get the opportunity to play with her. But I certainly went and watched her and while I was younger, and she kind of inspired me to play netball. So.
So you would have watched her growing up play and thought to yourself,
she played at McGregor as well. So
there we go. Did you try any other sports? We've got a few Sapphire girls who've made the code switch to AFL.
Yes, I did athletics before netball, and it was kind of a choice between netball and athletics, which path I wanted to take. So I'm more of a team sport person.
Team sports are the most fun. I think.
Absolutely.
I don't know, running around a track by myself doesn't sound appealing to me.
No, it's also a lot of pressure as an individual athlete. So
Macy Gardner just lets the ball roll down the court, does all the work for her.
Great pop there from Riley Holland. She really knows how to use, hold that space and use her body to create space.
So the Cougars 51-27. This quarter has been a lot tighter than the second. And Riley Holland slots in another one for the Cougars.
Yeah, it looks like this combination they've got with Maddie Ridley in centre and Ava Black into wing defence might be working for them coming onto this quarter.
Yeah, completely agree. I think it's something that perhaps the Cougars haven't played against as much, especially as Ridley is such a tall centre.
She is, actually. She is quite tall for the middle.
So Remy Camo to Fitzpatrick.
Oh, great tip there by Schuster.
I tell you what, that's something the Sharks are very good at, is that hands over
Yeah,
ball.
she timed her jump well then.
Ridley has to work back to Grant. And Fitzpatrick with the contact, so leaves Schuster free on the edge there. Oh, and they set that up really nicely. But Jordan wants to get closer. And offside, probably one of the most annoying calls you can get as a shooter, I've got to say.
Great shot there by Mackenzie Jordan.
So the Cougars with ball in hand as a Mizuno momentum shift.
Oh, great tip there by Maddie Ridley. Those long arms.
Those long arms. There's so many long arms on the court right now. Oh, Riley Holland just somehow finds herself in the perfect spot for that rebound. Of course, a huge thank you to our sponsors today for making this broadcast possible. Heart Sport, of course, Legassic, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, Powerade, Bondi Vite and Strap It. And our broadcast today is done by Double Take Sports. We're actually here live at Nissan this time. Sometimes we're at Creeperoo, but we're right in the action for you today. And it is, of course, Indigenous round across this weekend. Such an exciting round in our sports. And so many fantastic emerging Indigenous players on court right now and across the weekend. So it is so fantastic that we get to celebrate the First Nations culture this weekend. And Larika sets up another one. So the score's pushed out further, 28-55. It's an interesting split from Sandholt, isn't it? Her back foot,
Yeah.
she really twists around, contorts a bit.
Whatever works for her, I suppose.
Exactly. So big hands from Black.
Another great tip by Ridley as well. Hands and everything.
They're working so hard, they are, the Bull Sharks. Macy Gardner,
Great
probably
pressure there.
a little bit too much confidence on that last ball, but she could obviously see the clock. So it's three-quarter time here at Nissan Arena. The Cougars are up 55 to Bull Sharks 29. It's just a bit over 20 goals in it. So, Brittany, what would you expect the Bull Sharks to kind of focus on in this last quarter?
I think they came out a lot stronger in this quarter. They seem to be having hands in everything down in that circle and on the circle edge. So I think they need to keep that up. And the pressure, just the pressure over the ball and those tips. So
yeah, so just a bit more defensive pressure. We've seen a good rotation of players today, so I think they're just looking to get as many faces on the court, as much experience. The Cougars, they probably always knew that was going to be a tough game to come up against. They've been in very, very good form so far this season. Of course, later this afternoon at 2 p.m, I'm still here. Brittany, unfortunately, is not, but you'll have me again as we see the Tigers take on the USQ Jets. That'll be a cracking match as well. So, Brittany, for the Wildcats here, with halfway through the season, what kind of changes in the goals for the team? Like, do you alter your goals? Do you keep them the same? what does that goal setting look like when you get to this point?
I think as we are improving and building, I think we're pushing towards that same goal that we had at the start and that we've had for the last few weeks. So we just need to keep pushing through that. And I think we'll get there. As I said before, we have so much potential and we're building and growing, and I'm so proud of what we're putting out on court at the moment. So we just need to keep pushing.
Absolutely. And look, you can't make a championship team overnight. It takes time. We know
Exactly.
that. Always takes developing. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of great performance from the Wildcats. You're up against the USQ Jets next week. Are you going to be sticking around to watch them in the next game?
Actually, USQ Jets vs Tigers next. That'll be an interesting game. I wouldn't mind having a look how that goes.
Yeah.
So.
Who do you usually match up against in the USQ Jets?
You mean like the lineup?
Player, yeah.
So for me, I think we actually only played them last week, and we play them again next week. So it's a pretty close.
That is very bizarre.
Very close playing them again. But I went up against Steph O'Brien last week in wing attack and in defence. So
yeah. So what's your focus when you come up against a Steph O'Brien?
Well, look, she's fast and she's experienced and she knows what to do out on court. She's a smart player. So I think just blocking her, dictating any kind of player like that who's fast and has those long drives, you kind of just need to take him out of the game, and she feeds really well into Charlie Bell. So lots of pressure, hands over those passes.
Of course. We just saw Naomi Fitzpatrick smile at the camera there. She ran into the camera person just then. We certainly like to get up and close to the action, possibly a little too close just then.
I'm not going to lie, when I've been in the huddle, I'll turn around and the camera's right there, and I'm not sure what to do. Whether look directly
at
at
Gina right now. Gina, give the players some space. No, we're only joking. Sorry about that, Brittany, but
no, it's fine.
We're only going to get closer. We want to get in the action. The fans want to hear what you have to say, so it's not much we can do.
You do get used to it.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I can't wait until we can get into some like presses after the game. I'd love to really drill the team.
Yeah, well,
I'm
that would be
kind of already
interesting.
doing that today, though, aren't I? Asking you about your lineups. Of course, back to the action on court here. Cougars 57, Bull Sharks 29. So the Cougars quite a while ahead. We had an injury with Olivia Coughlin earlier in the game, and we can look over to the physio bench there. She's still lying down there.
Still got her knee up,
yeah.
so
hopefully that's not an injury that lasts too long. Of course, I think in every team we've seen a few injuries happen. Have you had many injuries in the Wildcats so far?
Maybe a few.
Just some little ones, nothing
Just
major
ones
though.
that we need to manage. You know, there's always going to be niggly injuries during the season that you need to manage.
Of course.
So just need to look after them, really.
Yeah,
do what you can to rest and get back on court.
Of course, and it's so hard. I mean, with the full-time team, it's a lot easier to manage your injuries when that's your full-time job.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Of course,
It is tough, and I don't think people talk about how tough it can be to actually have an injury when you're playing a sport like this. So.
Oh, absolutely. But we do know there's a lot of work you can still do on the bench.
Absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
a few weeks ago I spoke to Lara Dunkley, and she said that a lot of the most development she's gone through is actually when she sat the bench. And we do see it with the rolling subs, though. We see players come off, kind of observe the game from afar,
Yeah.
and then come on court. So if you're injured, chin up.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff
absolutely.
that can happen.
Do what you can to get back out on court.
So it's now 30-60. We're seeing a pretty consistent ratio of 2-1 to the Cougars, and that's why Remy Kamo just grabs that one up.
Looks like Riley Burns has come back on into wing attack for the Bull Sharks.
You are certainly right. And Tiani Fennell, of course, is back on here. Mackenzie Jordan onto the bench again. So we've seen a fair few rotations in this Bull Sharks team. The Cougars, on the other hand, have been really consistent throughout the game, obviously excluding some injuries. But Riley Holland is actually taking a break right now. Mia Sauer is working with Lorica there. So a few different combinations for this last quarter.
Yeah. Oh, great tip there by Lisa.
So you can see the Krugers setting up. So far they're pretty one-on-one. Not a lot of zone right now. Remy Camo, if you look into the circle, is like glue.
Oh, great take there. Oh, look at that hustle.
So much contest from these players.
Vivian Fitzpatrick had great position there in front, 2 hands on the ball.
So Mia Stour, classic little fake from her. Lorica, she has the confidence to put it up, which we love to see. She can't put it away though, but it's great to have a crack at those ones. So the Bull Sharks move this down. That was a fast transition from them. Fennell's clapping the hands like, give it to me. And a good steady hold from Sandholt. And she slots in another one. So 31-62. Contest-wise, I'd say it's been a pretty even game. I know the scoreboard, the Krugers have definitely, they're putting away more, but in terms of contest and possession, there's a lot from both teams that we're seeing.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't think the scoreline always represents how the game actually goes. So
no, certainly not. We see it almost every game. You kind of look at the scoreline, and if you didn't know what it was, I don't think you'd guess it half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So Fennell is a bit out of her range, so she'll slot it over.
Oh, that was a great pass across the circle and drive from Fennell there.
Yeah, she really took control of the circle there, and Sandholt did a really good job just to stick her ground to keep Camo occupied. So Fitzpatrick bullets it into Mai. A little pass from Lorica to Stour goes astray, so the Bull Sharks, their transition down court is looking a lot faster than it was at the start of the game. And there's Fennell. She'll take a long one.
Oh, great shot from Fennell.
A beautiful, beautiful shot from her. So I asked Lucy this earlier. Lucy Benjamin, of course, an ex-shooter. Kind of asked her, who's the model shooter to look off? Brittany, for emerging players, other than yourself to go off, who's someone in the Sapphire that you kind of look at and go, like, for emerging girls, like, that's kind of someone to look at in their style of play, perhaps in your own position?
Oh, gosh,
I know
so many.
Yep. It's a big question, but that's
I'll
what I'm
have
here
to think about that.
Have a ponder. You can even list off a few if you like.
Yeah.
But I'm keen to know because, of course, there'll be a lot of developing players watching this, and it can sometimes help to get a name so you know who to watch throughout the game.
You know what? She's young and she's is fairly kind of new to Sapphire, but Josie Bingham in our team, I think she's really a really great player on court, and she does so much hard work off court, and if everyone was to see just exactly what she does, she'd be a great role model
I love that.
for young players. But of course, there's so many across all teams, so
watch any game and there's a masterclass of how to be an excellent netballer. So Lorica with the long shot here. She's going to take it.
Oh, wow, that was a great shot.
Why not? Tell you what, the Krugers, they're just so confident. Whatever Liz White must be saying to them off the court is really, really coming off. Oh, and a bullet pass from Black.
Oh, it looked like it came off the hand a little bit funny there.
So the Krugers, it's been a pretty even quarter. They're still 30 ahead. So an obstruction call from Black. And Mia Stour, She loves to do the little fakes, doesn't she, Stowler?
Yeah, and they work, so.
Well, they certainly do. You'd think, because I don't know, you'd think when you see a player do something over and over again that you'd be used to it, but
Picking it up.
yeah, but no.
Really got to convince them when you use a fake.
Yeah. And there we go, Tiani Fennell. She's had a really consistent performance today. She's one of those goal attacks that's really been improving every week.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Maddie Ridley,
Oh, no.
she came down.
Came down really awkwardly
really
there.
hard.
And seemed to, I think we hurt her a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's my least favourite job of being a commentator.
Yeah, no.
Is watching our girls go down.
That is
Earlier
not
it was
what we wanna
Coughlin.
see.
So we're going to, of course, take a timeout here. Maddie Ridley, she's had such a great game so far, playing across the court. It's not what we want to see in the last 6 minutes of this game. Brittany, we've seen a few injuries today. What kind of work do you guys do off the court and in training to mitigate those injuries, but mostly prevent them?
Yeah, look, recovery is really important after training and games, recovering your body. And also, I think, as I mentioned before, knees are quite a common injury, and
Yep.
you need to, like, in the gym or before training, warm up those knees, make sure they're ready. So, but sometimes you just can't avoid
Yeah.
things.
Stuff like this, I mean,
she looked like she landed awkwardly there, so it's not something you always anticipate. So
no, I'll see if we can find the replay here. See what's happened. So the girls are going to need to stay pretty focused here. They've only got 6 minutes to play.
looks like she can put a bit of weight on it as she's coming off now.
And we'll clap her off here. The second big injury of the day. It's not been a lucky Sunday for us.
No, not at all.
Yeah, look, we just watched the replay there. She's come down on her right foot pretty heavy before she'd even really caught the ball. Didn't look good. So Riley Burns to replace her in the centre position. 6 minutes to go. I think there's been, we're not really sure what the call is here, but it's possession to the Bull Sharks.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure what the umpires call when someone goes down like that with the ball.
No, because it wasn't stepping. Because she called time immediately. I mean, she's injured.
So
I
they
guess
must just play on from that
Yeah.
point. So.
And I think that's nice. I don't think there'd be
Yeah.
any complaint from the Cougars there
Yeah, no.
that they'd
No.
need the ball after seeing a player come down like that. But it'll be a test for the Bull Sharks to remain focused. It would probably shake you a little bit as a player seeing a teammate go down like that.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's always a bit. You're always concerned about them. So
Yeah, it's hard because you got to stay focused on the game. But of course,
Exactly.
your players are like your family. So
yeah.
you hate to see it happen.
But I have no doubt they'll be there supporting her, whatever the outcome is.
Oh,
So
absolutely. So there's a few big names off injured throughout this round. I guess that's just curse of mid-season. But the Cougars are staying pretty focused. 69-37. It's a very high-scoring game from the Cougars today.
Oh, great hands from Vivian Fitzpatrick there.
On a great feed from Gardner there. You can see the replay just then. Fitzpatrick. So Bull Sharks have got possession of this rebound. They'll take it down the court.
Oh, another tip from Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, she's gotten the
she gets
contact call.
called for contact. That's unfortunate.
Of course, that one was Naomi just
Fitzpatrick.
before we had Vivian.
Yeah.
Makes it easy when you got sisters on the same team as the parents.
Yeah.
You only have to watch one game.
That's true. That's true.
And that was, of course, a Mizuno momentum shift to the Bull Sharks. So it's their centre again. But a bit of, probably not concentration there. Maybe a bit of fatigue as we near the end of the game.
And there was pressure on that that pass. So. Another long shot. Oh, she gets it. Great shot there from Luca.
So we've had a contact from Riley Burns. Puts Macy Gardner in a perfect position to do just that. And Mia Stour finishes that off. So it's a strong finish to the game from the Cougars. The Bull Sharks, they're holding on tight, but I think a few positional changes for them has probably shaken them a little bit. But Sandholt, who's working hard here. A definite contact from Kamo there.
Yeah, Kamo's all over the shooter there.
They both are. And a nice steady shot from Sandholt there to keep them running. So almost just under 3 minutes to go in our second game of the day. The Cougars are finishing this off pretty strongly. It's certainly a great performance.
Oh, another one from Vivian Fitzpatrick.
I tell you what, the Fitzpatrick girls have been particularly starry today.
They have.
I feel like I've been saying their names a lot. It
Me
does
too.
help that they both have the same last name.
Yeah.
But from both of them, honestly. It's even more special when you can see players, sisters working alongside each other as well.
Yeah, I think that's really
I'm
special.
assuming they're sisters. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
But I'm
I
going
can't
to take
100%
a
say that.
guess.
But
I'm going to take a guess. They've got the same hair.
they do. I was going to say they both have a low ponytail
Low
plait.
pony.
So. Great hands there from Sandholt.
That was really nice. So if you look at Fennell and Fitzpatrick right now, they're pretty much glued to each other.
Yeah.
Lisa Momo chases up. Oh, and Stour's home alone under the circle.
Easy shot for her.
So Sinead Grant's come back on in goalkeeper for the Bull Shark.
Oh, great tip and pick up from Fennell there. I'm loving that their attackers are full on defence all the way down the court.
Oh, Macy Gardner.
Oh, she falls onside. That's unlucky.
It's good to see that our umpires are all over the offsides. I know in the last few weeks of Super, I'm not sure if you've been watching, but there's been a few very confident offsides from some of the players. So not in the Sapphire Series. Won't get away with that here. Do you watch the Super, Brittany?
Yeah, I do watch it when I can, yep.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of this weekend's games.
Well, they have been clashing a little bit with our own games here, of course.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it's hard to watch it when there's just
when
so
we're-
much netty to choose from. And
I
it's
know.
kinda hard. Are you a Firebird supporter, Queenslander?
I am actually, I love the Giants. I'm a Giants
don't say
girl. I have nothing to do with like Sydney or New South Wales, but I just seem to have.
That's fair enough. Well, as you break my heart to do with that, Brittany, that concludes our game today. Cougars took that out really strongly, 76-42 to the Bond University Bull Sharks. Brittany, it's your first time in commentary today. It's been awesome to have you. Let's chat players of the match. Cougars were pretty strong. Who do we think best on ground for them?
I think I've said this to you already, but I don't think I can go past the Fitzpatrick sisters. Oh, if they're sisters, I don't know. But
We're confident.
yeah, I really love that Naomi Fitzpatrick. She came on when Olivia Coughlin had to go off, and she was really strong, and she played out the whole game, and she really impressed me. So
Yeah, look, I've seen it with the Cougars girls so many times. A huge credit to their coaching team, because especially the Ruby team as well. Like we saw it in Maddie Davies a few weeks ago. Whatever they're doing it well, because they're coming on court. It's usually unexpected with injuries, but they're just sliding in really seamlessly. Bond, there's a lot to learn from today. What are kind of the key takeaways you'd look at training if you were them?
I think it's a tough one because they did make a lot of changes. So, which I think maybe they needed to do, but I think just, as I said, looking at blocking those drives and really pushing them wide and keeping them out of that middle channel. I think that's where Cougars are dangerous when they've got that freedom to run in the middle channel. They'll just get it down. Yeah,
a bit of a positional change there, but of course, look, they came out really strong in the first quarter, so there's absolutely, we talk about potential a lot, and they've certainly got that. They're a developing side, there's a lot to learn for them, so I'd say the next few weeks will be cracking for them. So, of course, thank you to our sponsors, Heart Sport, Legassic, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, Powerade, Bondi Vite and Strapit, and, of course, thank you to our broadcast team, Gina and Double Take Sports. Gina, we've given you some healthy critique today about the close camera work. She's smiling beside me, I swear. And, of course, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for all the match replays, always at Sapphire Series Netball. Of course, if you're listening today, you'll still be with me later today, aren't you lucky, for our last game of the day, which is the Carina Lees Club Tigers playing off against the USQ Jets. That is our match of the round by Courier Mail, so you will need to subscribe for that one if you wish to stick it out for the whole day of netball. I will be joined in commentary for that one by Paula Stewart from QT, legend of the coaching game, so do stick around for that one. Subscribe, there's plenty of netty stuff out there on the Courier Mail and News Corp site, so it's not just the matches you get to be involved in. Thank you, Brittany, for taking the time to commentate with me. I hope you've enjoyed your first experience.
Yes, it was very fun and interesting to be on this side. So
I agree. Well, I'll catch you in about half an hour, everyone else. Thank you so much for being here today.